You can't keep getting away with this! You can't keep getting away with it!
Alrighty, well, hello, sinners. How are ya? And welcome to day 2 of the 12 Days of Sinmas, a brand new holiday tradition on my channel where I'll be posting a commentary video every day for the 12 days leading up to Christmas. And my gift to you all for day 2 of Sinmas is mommy issues. Woo woo! Woo! Like this video if you have mommy issues. Watch, this is the video that gets the most likes on my channel. This video is also a special holiday edition of my hit series, Hey, Let's Not Kiss Our Family. We'll be revisiting an old friend today. I Love a Mama's Boy. I first reacted to a clip from I Love a Mama's Boy back in June or July, if I'm remembering correctly, and I just remember being very stressed out the whole time. I'll leave a card right somewhere here if you want to check that out. But in case you're not familiar with TLC's I Love a Mama's Boy, here is the synopsis. What happens when a woman falls in love with a guy who has an overbearing mother? 4 young women vie to become the leading lady in their man's life and hope that these mama's boys will finally cut the cord. From what I remember, last time I reacted to a clip of a young man named Matt who went lingerie shopping with his mother Kelly, and it was just as bad and cringy and creepy as it sounds.
I could see me wearing that too.
Yeah, I can too.
But today we're reacting to a clip titled Let Them Drool, He's My Son from TLC Australia. So get into that, babes. What? Sorry to all the Aussies watching me. Mother Liz is extremely proud of her model son Mike. They're so close that sometimes Mike's girlfriend Stephanie feels like a third wheel because of Mike's mother's overpowering presence. Yeah, it's always a good sign when you're the third wheel in your own relationship. When they go jewelry shopping together, drama ensues. Is $1,000 too much for a present to a girlfriend or not? I haven't watched the clip yet, and I'm very curious to see how this pans out. But right off the bat, without watching anything, I don't personally think $1,000 is too much to spend on a partner if you've been together for a while. It really depends on the circumstances, but I guess we'll see. All right, let's see what shenanigans Liz, Mike, and Stephanie are up to.
Kiss for good luck.
Be careful.
I'm Steph. I've been dating Mike for 2 years.
Ready?
Hi,
Go.
Steph. Hi, Mike.
Push off.
Don't get hurt.
Thank God my mom isn't seeing this.
So Mike and I met at our jobs, which is at a very popular talk show.
I hope they give some context as to what talk show they're on.
You are a mama's boy.
And right from the very beginning, I had my eye on him. I was like, okay, this boy is really cute. Now we're together all the time, and I just am never sick of him.
Am I blushing?
They are a very cute couple. Like, they're both very attractive people, and I could see why he would be hired as a model. Overall, I like them so far. They seem like they have good vibes. All right, where's Liz? Show me Liz.
Our relationship is crazy. No matter what, there's always an adventure to be had. I love everything about Steph. She's everything I could ever want in a girl. And she brought me so much genuine joy and happiness when we first started talking and even just became friends that I said, wow, I need more of her in my life.
Oh, that was really sweet. I like Mike so far. They seem like genuinely nice people. Again, I might be making a quick assumption, but I think I like them better than Matt and Kim.
And pretty much everything about our relationship is perfect, except for one thing. His mom.
What the f is that picture?
Sometimes when Mike's around his mom, the way he acts makes me just roll my eyes because he reverts back to his childhood self. He just acts like a little boy. He doesn't act like the same macho man that I know him as. He acts like a little boy that needs his mom.
Oh, he looks so uncomfortable right now. Like, you could tell what she's saying is hitting deep. That's mommy issues for ya. Woo!
I get to go to sleep every night to the sound of Mike talking to his mom.
Well, listen, I mean, here's the thing. It's like, you know, family values are important.
And I get to wake up every morning to the sound of Mike's mom calling.
I mean, I get it. Family values are important, but from what she's describing that he's on the phone with her when they go to bed and when they wake up, it sounds a little excessive.
My son is 26, but I still feel that he will always need his mom.
I mean, that's true. Like, it's good that Liz is always there for him, but, you know, your son's an adult. You need to trust that he can handle things on his own. And if he needs you, he'll ask you for your help. Otherwise, don't give unsolicited help, because then you're just overstepping your boundaries.
Especially with him modeling now and has been modeling.
Hubba, hubba.
When my friends see pictures of Michael and they're like drooling, you know, I'm proud. I'm proud. I don't mind. Let them drool. That's my son. I'm proud of him. And he does look good, and he works so hard to make himself look this good. So, you know, why not? I don't mind sharing it.
Oh, I did not like the sound of that. Hold on. We're gonna rewind. We're gonna do an instant replay.
I don't mind sharing it.
What? What exactly do you mean by sharing, Liz? Because he's not your husband, he's not your boyfriend, he's not your crush, he's your son. Is my hunch correct? Like, are you also implying that you're attracted to your son? I don't know, like, I am uncomfortable. Like, what is it with these mothers being attracted to their sons? Making their sons take on the role of the husband or the romantic partner in this case.
What's this surprise?
Listen, you guys gotta just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Do you notice how his mother is sitting in the front seat and his partner is sitting in the back seat? It's a very interesting detail.
It's her birth month, as Steph likes to say.
So I figured for her birthday,
We're gonna do a little bit of shopping.
You're really not going to tell us where we're going?
Actually, I think it'll be a good surprise coming from him.
This is so odd. This is so odd. Mike is taking Stephanie shopping for her birthday. That seems like a very intimate and special moment between a couple, especially if they've been together a while and, you know, he wants to treat her. I'm all for that. It's just so weird to me because why is his mother tagging along to go jewelry shopping with them? I don't know. I feel like most mothers wouldn't be interested in that, but I guess since there's seemingly emotional incest going on, then that's probably why. I think I just answered my own question.
I'm just happy that you're including me in this.
Yeah, of course. Listen,
I know.
I will always include you in everything.
I know.
You know that.
I know. You've never let me down.
Our bond is inseparable.
I know.
Oh, Mike. It's just like with Matt from the first video. Mike needs to put his foot down and think of Stephanie's feelings because Stephanie is clearly uncomfortable being the third wheel in the back seat. My heart goes out to you. Like, he's clearly not in tune with Stephanie's feelings. And obviously he can't read her mind, but to me, it appears that Stephanie has expressed her discomfort for quite a while and he's just not listening to her. Like, yes, Liz is ruining this moment between them, but so is Mike because he's not taking Stephanie's feelings into account.
I love you.
Stephanie, bestie, I'm right there with you. I'm so sorry, bestie. That's all I can really say right now. Like, you could tell she's over it. Like, this is the 100th time Liz has joined them on a date and she's just had enough.
When Mike and his mom get together, it's like two best friends getting together. Like, they are just so on the same wavelength that they're just like, they're like attached at the hip. And when she comes around, I feel like I take a back seat, and sometimes I feel like he doesn't even notice me.
Okay, it's nice that he and his mother get along well. I understand not everyone has a good relationship with their parents, but he is taking it to the extreme by having his mother tag along on their dates because, again, he's not standing up to his mother and setting the boundary. And I think even if he did, Liz probably wouldn't respect that boundary. I mean, she's already disrespecting that boundary anyway, tagging along with her grown adult son on a date with his girlfriend. And even though they're shopping for Stephanie's birthday, like Stephanie said, it's like she's not even there because they're just sitting in the front completely ignoring her. Yeah, I don't see this relationship lasting too long if Mike is consistently leaving Stephanie out. That's like the opposite of what you should do with the partner.
Because he's just so like involved with whatever his mom's saying. He's so consumed by everything that she's doing and he's so in that moment that it's like he doesn't even know I'm there.
You guys close your eyes.
Why are we here?
Jewelry shopping.
Yes, ma'am. I know how much you like something shiny.
Oh, wow.
One of my favorite spots. Today, I decided to take Steph and my mom for a little surprise.
God, this, I already know. I already know this is gonna upset me. I haven't watched any of this, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but like I'm already stressed. Like the stress is already running through my body. Liz really just has no sense of boundaries whatsoever. Just like intruding on your son's romantic life. Like you're not his girlfriend, Liz. Y'all are not dating. He's dating Stephanie. He should be going jewelry shopping with his girlfriend, and that is not you, Liz. And again, like with the last clip I watched from the show, I don't 100% blame Mike for his behavior just because this is the dynamic he's used to and this is the dynamic he has grown up with when he was being raised by Liz. And I don't know if there's the father in the picture, but this is what he's used to. And his unhealthy relationship with his mother is also leading him to having an unhealthy relationship with his partner. At the end of the day, it's just very sad to see Mike experience emotional incest from his mother. And it doesn't even seem like he realizes it, or if he realizes it, he just doesn't know how to fix it or doesn't know how to put his foot down. Poor Mike. But also, like, stand up for yourself, man.
We are here to do a little birthday shopping for this one. Told her today's
Ooh, let's go back a couple frames.
here to do a little birthday shopping.
Ooh, she's jealous. Liz is jealous. As soon as Mike put his arm around Stephanie, she looked like she was fuming. She should be happy that her son found a great girl to date instead of trying to undermine their relationship and seemingly try to separate them.
Told her today's her day, so we're gonna see. I need mom's advice though.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, geez. She loves diamonds.
Okay, Stephanie, material girl.
You know,
I thought this was just.
I love rings.
I thought this was just birthday.
We should at least try on. I gotta know my size, right?
Yeah, of course. You can look.
Ooh, she's pissed. Again, she's pissed. She's jealous. Why are you jealous of your son's girlfriend? Oh my god, this is so fucking weird. Like, stop trying to make your son your husband.
What size is she?
5.
Really? That feels tight. Wow.
Like, why are you getting upset? You didn't have to tag along, but you did, and now you're getting pissed off? God, you can't have your cake and eat it too, for fuck's sake. I'm getting so mad. Oh my god, it's really not that serious, but also, like, stop. Goodness gracious.
I've been married twice, and so I believe that it's very important to take your time. You might be infatuated, and then you start to live with that person, and true colors start to come out.
I mean, I do think Liz is right. You know, before you walk down the aisle with someone, you should make sure that they are good for you and that you have similar values and similar life goals and family goals and stuff like that. But your son is an adult now. These are his decisions to make. These are his observations to make. What you want for him may not necessarily be what he wants for himself. She just needs to kick Mike out of the nest and let him fly free.
So I do want him to be careful with Stephanie.
Oh, he looks so uncomfortable. Mike, put your foot down. We are rooting for you. Like I said, it's frustrating, but also very, very sad. He's trapped, essentially.
Well, are we continuing our shopping for birthday?
Yeah.
Our shopping, Liz? Is it your birthday too?
We're gonna get here.
Anyway, let's
we'll get
go
here.
back to birthday
We'll get here.
shopping.
Listen.
Oh, she's mad. Even at the idea of Mike getting married, God forbid, she's like, Mama Bear's coming in hot. Liz really shouldn't be in the driver's seat for this relationship. Any decision Mike and Stephanie make should be between Mike and Stephanie.
I love you. We'll be
Fashion
here. We'll be here soon.
Aw, not on Liz's watch. Oh, God, I just hate these disapproving stares. Like, this is not your decision to make. What Mike gets Stephanie is Mike and Stephanie's business. You don't need to insert your opinion on everything. It's not your birthday, babe. It's Stephanie's.
I'm not trying to be in a relationship with anybody that's this serious unless I see this as my future husband. So this is my guy, and I want to be with him forever. She can keep her opinions to herself.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can, Stephanie. I love Stephanie. She and Kim, they're my besties.
Oh, I like earrings. I could definitely use a new pair of earrings.
Here we go. Look at these beautiful amethyst earrings.
Ooh.
Rose gold, little diamond
I
halo
love
around
rose
it.
gold.
Those are really pretty.
Those are 1,000 instead of 1,250.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Makes it a little bit easier.
Cool. Yeah, it's not that bad.
That's a lot for a pair of earrings. Like, I don't know jewelry that well. Like, I'm just wearing shit from Amazon. Like, I am wearing a Cartier ring right now. I don't know if You can see, but it's fake. I got it for like $12 3 years ago. I don't, maybe I'm just clueless about jewelry, but that is a lot for earrings. I mean, I don't know how much amethyst is. I think that's what they said, but oh, good for Mike that he can afford that.
It's a little high. You might want to budget.
That's none of your business. See, I'm just tearing it to Liz. I'm so sorry. Well, first of all, it's Stephanie's birthday. If Mike wants to bowl out for Stephanie's birthday, then by all means do so. As long as he's not putting himself in debt for a birthday gift, that's really his business. His money is his responsibility, and his money is his business. I sort of mentioned this earlier, but in general, I don't see a problem with getting expensive gifts for your partner if you can swing it, if you can afford it. As long as you're not spending it on a new partner, maybe like a long-term partner, I think that's fine. Like your spouse, your fiance. In general, if you've been dating for a while, I don't see it as a red flag. But if you're together like 2 months and you're already getting them $1,000 pair of jewelry, then yeah, I would say cool it a little bit. That could be a sign of love bombing, because usually excessive gifts or expensive gifts right away is a sign of that. I don't know if they said, but it seems like Stephanie and Mike have been dating for a while. And if Mike can afford $1,000 earrings for Stephanie, then get $1,000 earrings for Stephanie. That's really no one's business but theirs. Oh, you could cut the tension with a knife. Oh my God. Also, with the last clip I watched, it seems like Matt and his mother were more in sync. In this one, it seems like Mike is more aware of the situation and he's pissed off at Liz, but he just doesn't know how to assert himself. You know he's experiencing those feelings like, hey, this isn't right, but he just doesn't know how to put his foot down because he's just used to this because this has been his life forever. I'm really sad for Mike.
You try these on. I'm gonna keep looking with my mom for a sec.
Want to keep looking?
Yeah,
Something good out.
Let's go, Mama.
I'm just thinking that's a little high. It's $1,000 for a birthday gift.
Mind your fucking business, Liz. Sorry. With peace and love.
Ask him if you can get something in a $300 price range to show you.
300, you think? I feel like that's a little...
No, it's not. That's perfect.
Do you want $1,000 earrings, Liz? Is that why you're upset? If the man wants to get his girlfriend an expensive gift, let the man get an expensive gift. I've said this phrase a million times, but it's really none of her business. Like, let him ball out for his girl. What's the big deal?
Okay.
Okay, it's still early in the relationship.
But you would be happy with that?
I
Like,
would be thrilled with that.
I don't want to, like, upset Steph.
She'll be fine.
I'm glad my mom's here to have this conversation with me.
She said it's early in the relationship. How early are we talking? Because I don't remember them giving like a set date. Hold on. Okay, so according to this comment, they've been together for 2 years. Oh, so it's fine. It's not a red flag at all. Now, if it was 2 months, that's a different story. But 2 years, like, that's a pretty long time, especially for young people. Like, if he doesn't want to cheapen out on a gift, then he shouldn't.
Okay.
Okay, it's still early in the relationship.
But you would be happy with that?
I
Like,
would be
if-
thrilled with that.
Mothers who expect their sons to take the place of their ex-boyfriends or ex-husbands are so weird. This is totally overstepping. Holy crap.
I don't want to, like, upset Steph.
She'll be fine.
I'm glad my mom's here to have this conversation with me because when I'm with Steph, I feel like a lot of times I'll just pull the trigger on expensive things. And my mom kind of is the one to take me back and be that voice of reason and say, listen, you don't need to spend $1,000 on earrings right now. So I was like, that's true.
I mean, if he has an overspending problem, that's one thing, but like, he clearly wants to purchase something nice for Stephanie, but his mom is manipulating him into not doing that because she's jealous and she's controlling and she is enmeshed with her son. So I don't think this is necessarily Mike's decision, Mike's independent decision.
Steph, there's some pretty bangles over here. I think I saw like $300-400 range.
Did you see her face? Did you? She's like, yeah, you can get these like cheap bangles over here. Oh God. Like, it's like she wants Stephanie to get ugly jewelry for her birthday. No offense if you enjoy bangles, by the way. Oh my God, there's so much resentment there. Liz is so satisfied that she's getting her own way. And yet again, getting in the middle of Mike and Stephanie's relationship.
It's not about the price tag. It's about picking my favorite thing for my birthday.
You can tell Mike is so conflicted. Like, should he listen to his partner or should he listen to his mommy? Unfortunately, I think he's going to listen to his mommy.
I don't know. I just feel like we could probably put $1,000 towards something better right now.
Okay. Sure.
Liz is so happy that Stephanie's not getting the gift she wants. Of course, Stephanie is handling it with class, as she should.
I don't want to keep having to compromise my personality and who I am to change myself for Liz to like me.
Her cocky expression, like she knows exactly what she's doing. Stephanie is not the other woman in this relationship, Liz. You are. And you're not even the other woman. You're his mother. You are not a romantic prospect as much as you want to be. Your son is an adult. Stop controlling what your adult son is doing.
She's not changing herself so that I like her. She's not being a different person. So why should I?
True. Very, very true. Mike is asking a lot from Stephanie. It's almost like Stephanie isn't just dating Mike. She's also dating his mother. Like, dude, if Stephanie is important to you, you need to put your foot down and set the boundary. Because after a while, Stephanie's going to get tired of this. And it appears she's already tired of it now. Creepy. That is the word of the day. Creepy.
Do you see anything you like? Because I did tell you I was getting you a Valentine's Day gift. It's my two favorite women. I'm obviously going to get something for you, too, if you see something you like.
Watch, Liz picks up the same earrings Stephanie was going to get. She's like, I didn't want you to spend $1,000 on your girlfriend because I wanted you to spend $1,000 on me. I guess it's nice that he wants to get Liz a gift, but also the point of going to the jewelry shop was to get something for Stephanie's birthday, something Stephanie picked out. And it just seems like he's making the day all about Liz. And I know he's not all to blame in this situation, but he is partly to blame. Oh my god, now Liz is gonna rack up like $1,000 worth of stuff. Watch. Oh, he's gonna make sure his mother has the best stuff on, but not his girlfriend. Ouch. Ooh, that's gotta sting. Oh man, that was rough. So what are my final thoughts? Similar to last time, Mike can't help but to be a mama's boy just because that is the dynamic he's used to. And Liz is definitely taking advantage of Mike's people pleaser sort of personality. And Stephanie's getting left behind because of it. Liz isn't gonna be the number one woman in Mike's life forever. When Mike eventually gets married, whether it's Stephanie or whoever, that woman is going to be the number one woman in his life. It's sad, but just because Mike is with a partner, that doesn't mean he loves his mother any less. And it's weird that she's putting the emotional burden of, say, a husband or a boyfriend on Mike. That is just very creepy. And lest we forget the comment of her friends drooling over her son.
I don't mind sharing it.
That is just fucking weird. Oh my god, it's like the fact that you're even thinking of your son in that way is just wrong. I always feel very gross after, hey, let's not kiss our family. I haven't seen the rest of this episode or this season, so I have no idea if Mike and Stephanie are still together. But Stephanie, you deserve better. You deserve a man who's going to put you first, a man who is going to make sure you know how important you are to him, and he doesn't let anyone get in the way of that. Because as much as I want to offer grace and sympathy to Mike, because I do think he deserves it, and put your foot down, dude. Because Stephanie is clearly fed up with everything going on. But I hope you enjoyed day 2 of Sinmas. And if you'd like to see more of I Love a Mama's Boy on my channel, let me know in the comments. And in general, if you have any other potential video ideas for me, I have a Google form linked in the description where you can submit them. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a tiny thumbs up and subscribe down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3 of Sinmas. Bye!